Hi Internet, my name is BlackLightAttack, and today I'm bringing you some Monster Hunter Try, which is, well, it's not exactly new to my channel, but the last time I uploaded a Monster Hunter Try video, it was back in the day. I had about 20 subscribers, I think, and nobody saw it. It's up to like 400 views or something now, probably just for people that are searching Monster Hunter, because it's not like Call of Duty where getting found in like the Call of Duty videos is like being found as a needle in a haystack. Not quite the same thing. There are a lot of Monster Hunter videos out there, but not nearly as many. It's not nearly as inundated. So I assume that people finding that video is kind of a fluke of chance, and you know, just people are checking out. They're searching Monster Hunter. I don't know. Like I was fighting in Diablos. Maybe they're searching Monster Hunter Diablos Plus. I don't know. But I want to rectify this fact, the fact that I have like no Monster Hunter Try on this channel, because that first video is terrible. I'm not saying you guys should go. I'm not bringing it up so you guys can go check it out. It's fucking bad. Don't watch it. The commentary is really bad. I was still really shaky on commentary. I was not confident at all with my voice, with my commentating style. I was still finding out all this stuff. It was maybe like the third or fourth video I ever uploaded. Maybe like fifth, I don't know. But and on top of that, I had no idea what I was doing with recording and Sony Vegas and anything like that. Now I actually have a component cable for my Wii, so I'm not getting anything in like standard definition / like that terrible boxy aspect ratio. But it's still not great because it's only 480p, because that's the best the Wii can do. But it'll at least allow me to blow up the image size a little bit and then try to sharpen it up in Vegas. And I don't actually know if that's gonna work, but I do know my way around Vegas a little bit better, and I hope that by the time I get it to you guys, it'll look better on your screen. I don't know yet. I haven't fucked around with it, but hopefully it's looking good for you guys right now. So anyway, we're hunting a monster called the Gobul, which is this is the guy flopping around on the ground right now. He's a Leviathan, which is a kind of monster that mainly sticks to water, but he's actually on the ground for a really long time in this fight, which is good for us because he's a lot easier to fight on the ground. And he's kind of a mix between like a puffer fish and a angler fish and a giant mutant toad, I guess. I don't know. He's kind of creepy looking, but he's actually pretty easy. I just created a new weapon. I just forged a new weapon. It's on my back right now. And I was really itching to try it out, so I decided to go for Gobul because it's a fire element weapon, and Gobul happens to be weak to fire. So I guess I should describe that. People who actually play this game will already know this, but a lot of you are probably wondering what the hell is even on my back. Like, how is that even a weapon? Well, the thing that I'm using is called a switch axe, and what it is it's like a mechanical weapon that is able to switch between an axe mode and a sword mode. And the way this weapon is played, as far as I can gather, is it most of the time you want to be in sword mode because it's much more powerful. And even though it's finite, there's a bar that drains whenever you're using sword mode, which is not true for axe mode. It's pretty easy to refill that bar. So I guess looking at this HUD, it's not going to make a lot of sense to those of you who are new to it. But this okay. So up top you have that green bar. That's my health. Below that is the stamina bar. The yellow bar there is for running and dodging and stuff. That all costs stamina, and it recharges constantly, but you have to watch your stamina to keep yourself mobile. Below that is a little green sword. That's my sharpness. So I currently have green sharpness, and that'll determine whether or not my weapon's going to bounce off the hide of the monster if it's too dull. And just below that is another yellow bar, and that is the bar I'm getting to. That's the switch axe bar, which means that that's not going to be present if you're using a different weapon. But as I use the sword mode of this weapon, this thing is going to drain slightly with every hit. Or if I use the power attack, then it's going to drain a lot. So it's pretty cool. If you get down past like half meter, what ends up happening is you can't go into sword mode if you're not already in it. If you're down past half, but you're in sword mode, you can stay in sword mode until it's empty. If you're down past half and you're in axe mode, or if your weapon is sheathed, you can't go into sword mode. What you have to do is reload your weapon, which is really weird because it's not a gun or anything. But I guess the story behind a switch axe is that there's a vial attached to it somewhere, and that secretes a coating on the sword, but only on the sword. And if it's running out, then you have to replenish the vial. You don't have to worry about like carrying ammo or spare vials or anything, but I think it's a pretty cool idea for a weapon, especially when you examine it more closely and see how exactly it transforms. So you can see right now I'm trying to go for Gobul's tail. I think these guys are going for his lantern. You can see how he's kind of an anglerfish dude. He's got that kind of lamp on his head, and he can use that to flashbang you and stun you. But if you cut it off, not only can you not do that anymore, but he also has a chance of dropping a really rare item called a Gobul Lantern Plus, only because this is high rank. So I'm not sure if I mentioned this yet, but the armor set that I'm using is Lagiacrus Plus, and the weapon that I'm using is, I can't remember the name of it, but it's made from Agnoctor parts as well as some high rank mining materials. Again, if you don't play this game, you have no idea what I'm talking about. I'm sorry. It's a really confusing game. I really want to get more people into it, but it is very confusing and very unlike any other game. So it's really hard to compare it to anything and to simply explain it. So if you have any questions about anything that's going on the screen right now, please feel free to ask in the comment section, and I'll try to answer your questions as best I can. I'm still relatively new to the series. I'm not any kind of professional or authority on the subject of Monster Hunter, but if you do play Monster Hunter, also feel free to hit up the comment section and try to help me answer some of these questions that might be coming. But I guess I have other things to talk about other than the gameplay, so I don't want to spend this entire time explaining the game, especially because I already did that on the first really bad commentary. But anyway, so today is Saturday the 21st, and as you may have noticed, nobody has been raptured. And well, I'm actually recording this the night before, but that's how confident I am that it's all bullshit. Because, well, first off, even if you are religious, I don't know if people think that there's some kind of authority telling them that it's going to be the rapture. I don't know if like, you know, priests are telling you or whatever, or whoever Catholics trust. Personally, even when I was a practicing Catholic, I didn't trust the fucking priests. But basically the guy behind all this is like some octogenarian named Harold Camper, and the guy is really out there. He's saying that like he's converting words in the Bible into numbers and using that to get a certain amount of days after Jesus was resurrected, and that was supposed to be when the rapture happens, and it just so happens to be today. And wow, that's a long stretch, man. I mean, some people are just really desperate just for anything to believe in. If you guys have been with me for a while, you've probably heard me mention my beliefs at some point or another, and that is specifically, I am absolutely 100% a stone cold atheist. There's just no arguing that. I'm not agnostic. I'm not a practicing Catholic. I'm not open to the idea that there may be a God. I am completely 100% convinced that we are alone in the whole spiritual realm. When it comes to like alone in the universe, I'm not so sure, because the universe is way too big. There's got to be life out there somewhere, even if it's not intelligent life. Totally different can of worms. I'm completely 100% atheist, and I'm not insulting you if you are religious. Not at all. There are a lot of well-meaning, intelligent Catholics in the world, and of all other kinds of religions, Muslim, Buddhists, Jewish people, everything. I'm not against religious people, but generally speaking, I mean, there's just so much worse stuff that comes from religion than from atheism. And that's not why I'm an atheist. I just don't buy any of it. So again, I'd like to reiterate, I'm not insulting you if you are a religious person. I am insulting you if you actually thought the rapture was going to happen today. If you actually thought the rapture was going to happen today, you're an idiot. I'm sorry. You're just stupid. But, oh, look at this. This guy showed up. This guy is called, try to remember, I'm blanking on his name. I haven't played this game in forever. Royal Ludroth. and he's a lesser monster. He's like the third monster you fight in this game, and the first Leviathan. And he just showed up in the middle of the Gobul hunt. This guy Reptile starts going after him, so I was like, okay, I guess we're killing him for the bonus points. But the other guy, Raiden, oh wow, these guys are probably together. I just realized they both have Mortal Kombat names. I guess Raiden had other ideas, and he just keeps going for Gobul. So I'm just gonna ignore Ludroth and go after Gobul. But anyway, yeah, there was absolutely no fucking way, even if you are religious, that there was any reason to believe that the rapture was happening today. And that's kind of what's worrisome, is that a lot of people don't even seem to want to hear the argument behind why today is the rapture. I'm not exactly clear on his mathematical formula or whatever, but oh, Gobul disappeared. Yeah, he just moved to the next zone. I'm not exactly clear on how his mathematical formula worked out, but it was something like Leviticus is equal to 5, and like Palestines are equal to 146 or something. It doesn't make any fucking sense. Even if you are a stone cold Catholic, you'd have to be an idiot to believe anything this guy says just because he's another Catholic. It's kind of ridiculous. But as I was saying, there are definitely decent religious people in the world. I just think that a lot of religious people kind of take it way too far. And you know, I have no problem with you if you're religious, as long as you keep your religion to yourself. That is my biggest thing. I cannot stand hearing about other people's religions, because I've heard about it all before. I was raised Catholic, sort of, Roman Catholic, and I was my parents actually kind of left it open to me to decide what I wanted to do. And in the end, I decided, I went through my whole agnostic phase, worrying that there might be something else out there, but I'm just not. So what do you guys think about this whole rapture thing? I think it's lulzy. I think it's hilarious that anybody even believed it to begin with. Feel free to share your stances on religion if you want, but I'm going to ask you guys, please don't insult anybody. If you're Catholic, you don't have to be, hey, if if you're not Catholic, you're an asshole and you're going to hell. If you're Muslim, you don't have to say, hey, you're an asshole. If you're not a Muslim, you're an asshole and you're going to hell. If you're an atheist, you don't have to say, hey, if you're a Catholic or a Muslim, you're going to hell. Please, none of that. None of this idiotic debating. It's all been done a million times before. Nobody's going to change anybody's mind. You believe what you believe. Feel free to discuss. Please do not debate. I love you guys. My name is BlackLightAttack. Let me know what you thought about this game as well. Like the video if you liked it. Subscribe for more. Take it easy.